It's another day and it's another trip to a DIY store. So we've come to B&Q today and we're going to look at getting cladding and wood for to do this. I think we decided we're going to go with tongue and groove, I think. Yeah. So yeah, so we've got the installation already. So yeah, we're going to come here, get some bits, maybe make a decision on the floor, and so when you next see us, we'll probably be back at home or loading up. We'll see you in a minute. Bye. Okay, quick update. So this is the mess in the back of the van. We've been and we've got wood. So we've got this rough sawn wood to use for the battening. It's quite flexible. We've got our nice wood there, tongue and groove, to put on the walls. And because it was so much hard work doing the floor, I've given up and bought a miter saw. So I've now got a new toy to play with. In the meantime, somebody is working on a body kit. Trying to. So that's a bit for the front. Okay, so back to building the van. We've been out, we've bought the timber that we were going to do, as we said, and we've bought for the battening this rough sawn timber because we figured you're not going to see it, so you don't need to do that. So now I'm going to fix them in place. Got point source van. There's enough flex in this that I can get it to go against the side. See it flexes, so we can get the curve of the van rather than lose tons of space. So I got 3 going along this side because this is the full length piece, and then 2 on that side because I've obviously got the sliding door there, and then I need to bring it out actually. I've got some really good sheet as well, insulation, because I thought, okay, that's really good, so that will go in the gap, and that's really good because you don't need to have a waterproof membrane or breathable membrane, I've read, because the wool works really well on its own. And then we're going to clad it with tongue and groove. That's basically it. Sounds really easy. Probably not going to be. I'm going to come across a few things. I've got some metal screws to put in here, which, where are they? Oh. Yeah, so I bought some metal screws. So I've got a hideous large number of these, and actually probably only need to put 3 in a button, so I can have lots of spares. I can find something else to actually do. So I'll do that and see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
What you've done with the screws.
That's not bad, is it?
Hitting them.
Yeah, I countersunk them, so I just...
Countersinkity them.
Countersunk them. Nifty little tool.
And then they hide away.
They do. And special wood screws, well, metal screws that you found me. Funky ends to them.
Self drillers.
But I do that, and I know that it's going to hide in there. And I put it in.
Sweet.
Yeah. And they are solid. Look at that.
Ba-dum. Ba-doom.
Ba-doom boom. Right, next one. Okay. Burn hole. She said. Shake first, people. Nice. Look at that. Okay.
Great.
Right, we liver. Shoot. Not quite like this, I do it. Idiot. Shoot. 3 will take us to there. And the 4th one on top. What's that then? That's probably deep enough, isn't it, to get us over that bit? And we'll try full board after that. Yes! Balloon. Sweet. Okay. So first one. What I do need to do is cut this one small off cut so I can use it to tap tap.
Yeah.
So let me go get an off cut quick. So I'm starting putting on our tongue crew, making it look like a van. Well, we've seen somewhere on another van build video, and they recommended that rather than fixing them in really tight to start with, because the whole of the van effectively is on a scoop like that, so convex, that you don't do these up really tight. Then you can actually get all your tongues and grooves in together.
And then tighten up.
And then tighten up, yeah. So we've got a little bit of cut off that we're using to tamp down so that we don't damage our tongues. This one's a bit sticky. Yeah, and we're just working our way along, screwing them in. So these are the first 2 going in. Right, your turn, you can do that side.
Nice.
Nice. There you go, boss.
Nice.
We're only going to go so far up before we start putting insulation in as well. We've got 4 boards to get this before we can do a full length board.
That will get more once it's screwed.
Okay, I'll just try that. Oh no, why it didn't?
Why didn't it?
Because it's in the metal.
Is it?
Yeah. First fail!
Oh no.
Yeah, it's too long, that one.
Oh no.
Yeah, take that one out.
It's going to be all on the wood now.
Shh, don't tell anyone, we'll cover it up with something. Luckily you got to do the surround for the wheel.
We can hide it with that.
Yeah, we're just going to have to put it to here. Just be a little bit wider than it was.
So you're going to like that?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Oh.
Take 2. Into the shower.
Yeah.
Leave that one tight.
No.
Okay, another piece, please, boss. Piece number 3. Right, drawers. I'll let you decide if it's level.
Yeah.
These are kind of snuck straight in. They're not really needing tamping. Nice. Ah, that one did need a tamp. Your side went down alright with it.
So now we're on the longer pieces, are we?
Yeah, so if you want to get us a long piece, we'll see how that fits. Whether you need to take the...
I ain't even right. Take that bad boy out.
Okay, it's got to come off.
Nothing.
I might get some insulation into that bottom bit in the meantime.
Okay.
Shall I tell you about my funky insulation? You want to see it?
I'll leave the camera with you.
I'll show you. Right. So this is the stuff that I researched. Got all geeky.
What are we doing now? Getting that thing out?
Yeah, get that thing out and then we can put the longboard on. The longboard. I'll put my gloves on because I've gone for the really good eco option. I might have said that earlier. But when it's in, it'll be fab because it sheets off and then great moisture absorption, but like not mildew and all the rest of it. However, let's move my cup. It sheets off and I am allergic to that. So in its current form, be quite careful. This is what it looks like. looks like sheep's wool, basically. You can see that because it's been compressed, but actually it starts puffing up. And if you look at that, that's kind of what it goes to. So this is 50mm thick I've gone here for. Just because, and it's called Thermopix. But we don't like this because of all the properties of it. It's so good. And the environmental credentials. Because obviously in our floor, this is what we've got, which means it's got its own vapour barrier if you seal it in. You can see what it looks like. Oh, not close. There you go. But it's possibly environmentally not so good. So we're kind of trading with a bit of good stuff and a bit of bad stuff. There we go. So I'm going to fill some cavities whilst that gets taken off. So we've got our first long piece on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And the first thing you'll notice is we're not doing here around the wheel arches. And that's because we're going to build a little pod to come out and around this. The idea being that we're actually going to have, although because we're not doing a full van life conversion to this, we're doing this more as an outdoors recreation vehicle to take place of changing room, for want of a better phrase, with the option that we can put a blow-up bed in here. So to keep as much space as possible, but also to give us some fixed seating and some storage, we're actually going to build out from the wheel arches. So rather than waste wood, we are obviously just boxing around, and then when we build out from it, there's no need to have cladding there because you're not going to see it.
Boxed in.
Boxed in. Boxed in.
That's the plan anyway.
That is the plan. So, screw, drill. So you put one at the same sort of height as these ones, so only just a nip up from the bottom. Be a bit bossy.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Now I've done that, before we get any further up, we're going to put our insulation in, which is our lovely sheets. I've just got a bit out there just to see how thick it is. That one's a little funny piece, so that's going to go in there anyway. We'll use that in another bit. But we're going to need two pieces to fill these ones because these are quite deep. And we'll do that now. We'll cut the fluffy.
You're doubling it.
Yeah, to make it nice and full. You don't want it flopping in there, unless you drive along.
Store it. That's the way to go. Now you're going to go and do it to a sheep.
Right. Use him on that one.
Take it.
I'm taking it.
Take it. Yeah. Nearly getting there.
Yeah. Oh, look at all that paneling, baby. Oh boy. If that's what floats your boat, you're in the wrong country. Ow! Little things is painful.
Many head.
Thanks. Appreciate the concern.
Okay.
Okay, we've done a wall.
Yay.
Ta-da!
Apart from the arch.
Apart from the arch, but the arch is being built, so it doesn't need to be clad. But we have done it. I'm dead chuffed with it. It's all stuffed with fur fluff. Not fluff, it's wool.
Wool.
All stuffed with wool. We've still got some planks left. I had the long ones, which is really good, so that means we've got some extra bits that we can clad. Do some
that side.
finishing. This side we've got the planks on for that side. But yeah, pretty good. It's a mess. So now I've got to tidy up before we can call it quits for the day. I know, so that's what we've got to do now to see what our lovely van looks like.